Hello, YouTube. Thank you guys so much for coming into, I guess, the channel, this lovely community that we built so far. Know how much we appreciate you. We're going to do Mushoku Tensei episode 9. We're doing this live on Twitch. You guys can always go ahead and follow us. It's at Psyculturists. It's in the description down below. We tend to do it every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. Right. Any other time, it's pretty much a fucking surprise because I have work like most people. But nonetheless, feel free to stop on by, say hi, join us. It's always a good fun. Join our Discord. Subscribe because I see a majority of you guys aren't subscribed. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Okay, I am not doing that, guys. I love you guys. All right, now for real. Hi, YouTube. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. This is actually the real reaction. You guys might be wondering what the fuck happened. Why isn't whatever happened, showing on YouTube? Because I'd get a copyright strike immediately. And we literally just tried to show 4 random like anime videos at once and tried to troll chat. But anyway, with that being said, not much else for me to do. You guys already know what time it is. I know what time it is. It's Mushoku Tensei time.
そうか。終わりか。
So this is like his previous self, right?
Yeah, hajime.
Who the fuck are you, dude? Holy shit, you creepy looking. Bro, we're 22 seconds in. What the Okay, guys. This might sound fucking silly and you guys might think like, oh, Edgar. Ugh. Oh my god, dude. I'm not kidding. My brain is fucking firing so hard right now. Like, it's overheating a bit. Give me a second. Connected a lot of dots. So, that was a record. Dude, we're like 22 seconds in. I'm fucking losing my shit already. Okay. So the reason why my brain is going on fucking fire is because this kind of say that this is the metaphysical representation of what a soul can be, right? This how he views himself? Like, so like if I was Rudy, would I view myself as the kid or as my past life? And is this sort of like answering my is this already answering my question, that I've had previously? Uh no, it isn't like straight up this character, this character looking thing is creepy. Is really, really creepy. Um but no, the reason why I'm pointing that out is because like oh this is an interesting argument. This okay, I might be treading some fucking hot water here, guys. Might be treading a lot of fucking hot water here. So, uh, yeah. So let me ask this question to you guys, and this might. Granted, this is a discussion. Keep it civil in the comments. I am letting you guys know almost fucking immediately because I already know that this might land in some hot shit for a lot of people because a lot of people are uncomfortable talking about this. But now that I've thought about it, now I think of a good way that we can go ahead and reference this. Um, so a lot of people like to give shit to Rudy, right? Because they think it's an old individual, an old guy in a little boy's body. That sounds absolutely horrible phrasing. I know, horrible phrasing. I know, right? Because it is not the same self, or his soul has transferred from the old body to a new body, and we've done the argument, right? That like, hey, you know what? Uh, yeah, I know, and I've done the argument like, hey, you know what? Um, there are like you would never know if an older soul or someone's memories was still intact with like a kid's mind, right? Or like got reincarnated or anything like that. But let's put it into a new perspective because now that I'm thinking about this, especially the duality of self, right? Because this is where it's heading, right? This is one of the big themes it's heading is, you know, how do you accept who you are now versus who you were? That's fucking huge. And now that I'm thinking about it, my brain is exploding because of this, right? So a lot of people that are in the gender spectrum, right? If you've gone from one gender to another, how do you view yourself? You know, and that's the same. Well, it's one of the big points that I'm throwing out there is, do you want people to understand and empathize with you as to who you are now, who they see now, who they understand now, or the you who they didn't know? And that's sort of one thing that came to mind is like when it comes to something, you know, like it's the duality of person. It is the duality of self, even the duality of like, sex and stuff like that. If you were monogamous in the past and now you're, I don't know, asexual or or polysexual or whatever, right? How do you view yourself, or how do you want people to view you? Are you okay if people still viewed you as your past self, or would you care about how people viewed you nowadays, right? Like who you are today, like who you, because we change. And this is one of the fucking weirdest concepts I can throw out, right? One of the weirdest things that like I have to throw out there, right? Because if we're talking about the duality of individuals and the duality of people, just how Rudy, as we can tell, he kind of views himself like this, right? Like he's still a kid, but like maybe he hasn't let go of whatever was dragging him down in his past or so on and so forth. Put that into perspective with either gender or sex or whatever, right? How would you like people to view you for your new self, for the new you that, or the you that like you've transitioned into and you've grown accustomed to, or the past you? Bye, Dark Thug. So really important, right? And then also you guys have to take into consideration. So Nanosage, aside from that, right? Aside from accepting like the past and all of that, one doesn't take this into consideration, the trauma that it is or that it would be to be quite literally put into an infantile's body. If randomly you got isekai'd into a brand new baby, right, with all of your past memories, the trauma that would come from that and from your evolving brain, even if you can think logically, your phrase of memory, your phrase of self would be fuck, would be like zoning in and zoning out, because of that. Because like, you still need to feed, poop, do all of the mundane things in life, right? But yet you have no collection of that. You have to learn languages again. You have to do everything again. So you're talking about two complete mental fractions that will probably at some point, this is my wild ass five head fucking prediction, come to clash. And this often happens if you guys, you can have, I don't want to put it, individuals that can often like clash with one another because of these dualities. It's like the duality of brain, the duality of self. What does it mean for you to be you in this sense? It's fucking huge, guys. I don't know, guys. I might just be like on something, but yeah. Anyway, why do I not trust you, dude? You sound like fucking Roswell, bro.
よく
Man,
見
that's
え
not.
ないんですが。
僕は人神だ。神様だよ。
Oh, he's one of the.
は
う
あ。
ん。ま、とりあえず助言させてくれよ。
いたよ、いたいた、生前に。助言つって俺を誘惑するやつ。
いやいや。
心の持ちようでどうにかなる時期はとっくに過ぎたんだよ。ポジティブになったところで絶望が加算されて戻ってくるだけさ。今みたいにな。
勘違いしないでくれよ。前世じゃなくて今の話をしてるんだから。
じゃあこの姿。
君の精神体だよ。
Oof.
肉体は無事だ。
なら
Oof.
目が覚めてもこのクソみたいな体に戻る。
Fuck. As much as I'm not trying to make this a long stream, it's probably gonna be a long fucking stream. Okay, with this individual, no, it's yes. Okay, so it is his mental self that is quite literally projecting his old self onto whatever this realm, Ethereum shit is, right? But the reason why I don't trust this man god thing. I know it's gonna sound silly, right? Like, how can you not trust something that is there, right? Because logically speaking or psychologically speaking, who, what, where, why, and how, right? So, who, what, where, how, and why? Why now? Why present yourself now? How did you present yourself? When? What time period is this? You know, like I don't know how else to put it. Is it feels weird? It feels like a manipulator. It feels like the way that he was talking and the way that he was leading the conversation, especially with him. It felt like, like, oh yeah, like you can go ahead and trust me. Like it felt very Roswellish from ReZero. It felt very leading on. Like, let's say that you are a god. Let's say that I had godlike powers, and this is how I put myself using the sociological imagination. All of that you are at the pinnacle of making big drops and movements like this. Why would you bring someone to you? Why? Why would you bring, say someone that I might be fucking shitting bricks here or something? But then this just became creepier. This just became really fucking creepy. What if, yeah, how does one become comfortable with oneself in that regard? I.e., how did he know to pick you or save you or whatever this fucking shit is? If he knows who your mental self is, then he knows about probably multi worlds. Okay, is this this is me shooting in the dark, I'm not gonna lie. If Hitogami, as you guys are putting in the chat, right, man god, another rant, Nickmer, yeah. If this man god, yeah, that's all I was like. I saw it in the chat. Hitogami, yeah. It's like if this man god is quite literally aware of your past self, how you look like, how you're different than anything else, then he knows about multiple worlds. Now, here's what scares me: how much power do these gods have, right? And at what time were you brought in? I know it sounds like you're probably like, we know what time you brought in because of the years that it shows. No, 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 no. I'm not talking about quite literally the time that is presented in the anime itself, right? I'm talking about perfect example. I can use my little beads here. Uh, you know, if you have two worlds, right, and you are an all-powerful being, right, then you've probably seen these worlds get destroyed and then come back together, right? Sorry, this is probably the best example I can use. So, if you've seen this destruction being brought back, destruction being brought back, so on and so forth, as a god, as an like omnipresent being or whatever, what would happen? This is gonna sound silly. If you have multiple worlds all running at the same time, like a multiversal view, right? And let's say that all of them keep ending up in like a weird state like destruction or something like that. That's why all of these beads are, count the beads. It's like the big one is like the original world, and all of these is like simulations and like stuff like that. So it keeps going, destruction, destruction. Oh, guess what? Uh, as the man god that is aware of everything, I'm watching people come in, watching like the destructions of stuff coming in and out in my omnipresent being. What would happen if all of a sudden, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, there's a red one. There's a change in events. There's a change. There's a change in what is and what isn't. So this is what's driving me fucking wild, right? Because if you are a god, if you are sort of an omnipresent being, or I'm giving him the title of omnipresent being. I don't know why. This might just be my own fucking fault. But even if you are just like a general god and you've been able to see that like people have this weird mental projection of themselves, at this point in time, does that specifically mean that there is a change coming? That the reason why like one is selected is because of the change that may soon come. It's like a Chekhovian gun. You just don't set something for no reason. And it's got a fire at the end, you know? Sorry, guys. So I'm just watching silently. Actually, Vitosh, exactly. It's like a big turning point. Actually, yes. But not just that. What I'm saying is this. Especially with the multiversal world view or whatever. Time runs, right? I'm not an expert on like space and time or whatever, but for us, it feels like it's ever moving forward. But what if it's not? This might sound fucking trippy to you guys, right? Especially in a multiversal view, right? And especially to someone that's probably of a higher power than a normal human being. What if time runs differently for them? What if the way that they view, because for example, we kind of view the world in a 3D setting, right? For any type of God, what if it's in the individual that you're actually able to see past the 3D setting? What if you're viewing multiple, say, worlds going forwards and backwards and sideways, and maybe even like, how you have deja vu sometimes? Quite literally just God's playing what if scenarios. They're like the ReZero fan base with the ReZero, with the what if scenarios there. But anyway, sorry guys. My brain just fucking went fucking smoke for a while. Yeah, sorry guys. I apologize in advance. It's just my brain fucking going wild for a second.
わけじゃない。
Yes. 目が覚めれば君の体は元通りだ。
The way he said
そう
that.
か。夢か。
驚い
Bank said, wait, real quick. Imagine being a being that perceives and interacts with one special dimension at time and another a special dimension. You know what the Sunday? Yes. Amsteron, you don't want to know what that causes? That would cause so much fucking trauma. So back to my, back to this. I'm gonna explain it this way. Sorry if it doesn't make sense, guys. I really apologize. This is sort of like the scientific, like psychological, like quite literally, like breaking it down into, like, especially if you're into artificial intelligence. This is probably one of the best ways that you can go ahead and like zoom in and think about artificial intelligence in a multi-branch theorem, right? So like artificial intelligence is not just running one code, but it's running multiple layers of code at the same time, right? And it's running this like simulations through different times, so forwards, backwards, sideways, so on, you know. But what I'm talking about is like imagine a specific individual, right? So, and this might sound fucked up. If I was a god, and this is me going into evil Ed territory. If I was a god and I wanted to punish someone, something, somehow, and I had the ability to do anything in the world, and say that for some reason I just really, really dislike Emceron, right? For some reason, evil Ed God arc, right? Just because I saw this is Emceron's comment. What I would do, especially if we're able to go ahead and run shit like this, like, all layered and faceted and like, having people with like different mental projections of themselves and shit. Why can't I have you logically, physically, emotionally present in all of them? I'm not talking about the you that is an individual in this line, the you that's an individual in this line, the you that's an individual in this line and this line. No, I'm talking about in all of these like entangled and even like hundreds of tangled lines. Why can't I have you, the present you, or one version of you, mentally, physically, emotionally present in all of those times? Suffering, going from destruction, life, destruction, life, destruction. Want to talk about trauma? That's how you fucking create trauma, dude. Evil Ed. He is a god, and more importantly, a psychologist. Oh, you guys are fucking. You guys are wild out there. But no, like If you think about it through like a psychological lens, like a good lens and a bad lens, right? A bad lens, like if you were in a position of power, right, and you had all this like power in individuals, how can you harm someone? And then through a good lens, how can you create the coping mechanisms to harm, like to stop the harm? So, for example, isolationism could definitely come from big scenarios, from too much power and stuff like that. So, what do you need? You need people that are outside of the norm to attach and harm and like not harm, attach and like bond. There we go. So I hope that makes sense. But you guys, yeah, you guys are like your brainwaves, the way you guys are thinking and asking certain questions is amazing. So Blade Dragon, not just that. What is wild or what is not? But if you're running through all of these, let's say that again. I for some reason I like using these. You're running through all of these mixed scenarios that are all running at the same time and all everything going. If you're present through all of them, you want to know what you might be able to pick up aside from being hurt a lot, and maybe even like if a god wanted to fuck with you, maybe even like give you wife and kids and then take them away, or in the next one, have you instantly taken out in the next one, so on and so forth. You want to know what you'd instantly pick up? Any big changes, anything that's not supposed to. So if you ran like hundreds of thousands of simulations all going at the same time, what you'd be able to pick up, say that I'm running through the black beads here, and all of a sudden I stop at this red one right where my finger is, right here. I'd be able to pick that up instantly and be like, wait a minute, that's a bit weird. So it's good and it's bad because it's a lot of trauma that come from. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, sorry guys, my brain is a little fucking wild tonight. I apologize.
精神体と肉体がここまで違うとは。
でどうしようって言うんだよ。異物はうざいから元の世界に戻れっていうのか。
まさか。この六面世界以外の場所には僕だって送り返せないよ。
Excited world.
はあ。ってことは、
So then how are you
あんた
in
が俺
here?
をこの世界に転生させたわけじゃないのか。
まあね。そういうのは悪い竜神の得意とするところさ。
悪い竜神のね。
I do not fucking trust that. Oh.
で、聞くかい助言。
聞かない。
あ、ど
Hey,
うし
geek
て
me.
だ。
We're only
さんくさい。
2 minutes in. You're good.
最初の一回だけでいいからな。
なんだよ、その先っぽだけでいいから見たいのは。絶対騙そうとしてるだろ。
Yeah, kind of. I can kind of see it.
とはいえ、このままだと君死んじゃうよ。
死ぬ？なんで？
まあ大陸って過酷な土地だもん。食べ物だってほとんどないし。
Wait a fucking minute. Wait a fucking minute, guys. Say that he is telling an ounce of truth, right? Even through like the way of talking, the way it... Can I see your bobs? I wish I had bobs with me. Here's a bob. There you go. But no, beeps and bops. Even the throughout the way that he's speaking or whatever, right? There's something that really caught my attention, and it just fucking terrifies me right now. If there's an ounce of truth in what this thing is saying, personally, I would not trust it. I'm putting myself in Rudy S's shoes, and this is how I'm actually able to like zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. That's why I'm doing it a lot, right? If I put myself in the shoes of someone that is standing before this thing, right, and they just told me, I did not bring you here, and say that I die here, is that it? You guys understand what I'm getting at, right? If for some reason, but it's not about choice, it's about the impact and the trauma that that's probably going to have. Like specifically when it comes to individuals, like, I don't know how to put it, individuals not having, how do I put it? Like, so for example, specifically with Rudius, where he has knowledge of his past life and he came here and this god just told him, hey, you know what? I didn't bring you here. If that is true in any way, shape, or form, then immediately the question what I have is like, hey, if I were to pass away here, in this weird, the sixth die world that you just talked about, would I come back? Like, not come back to life, no, like Phoenix Downs, Phoenix Spells, or whatever. Like, quite literally, like, would I go back into like a reincarnation thing, being sent into the other world, or would I only like be here, or would I stop existing altogether? I hope you guys get what I'm going at, because that is a huge fucking pile of trauma shit that like whatnot. Also, yeah, framing other gods as like wicked and whatnot, that's a bit sus. Like, just in general, that sounds like a weird narrative shift. And by the way, in case you guys ever find like new people and whatnot, and they start like, for example, you might have a fucking horrible ex, or other individuals, and you can literally say like, narratively, it's okay to say, you know what, through their narrative, I'm probably a villain, and that's fine. We just had really bad communication issues or whatever. Perfectly okay, normal, right? But the moment that you're like, oh, that wicked bitch, you wouldn't have guessed what she did to me. I found her, and she'll fucking lie and backstab you too. Like some stupid shit like that. That is a narrative change. That is narrative shifting. And that is so fucking rough. And yeah, I did catch that as well. But like, I kind of wanted to hit on the reincarnation stuff first. Because that's a huge fucking pile of trauma just waiting to be unfolded. But also, yeah. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense what I'm getting at. Anyway.
魔物はいっぱいいるし、やっていけるかな。は？
ちょっと待って、何それ。
君はね、大規模な魔力災害に巻き込まれて転移したの。
魔力災害？あの光のことか。
あるのかい？知らない危険な土地で生きていく自信。
Yes. Guys, I swear we're going. Hi, Kinra Jade. Thanks so much for chatting. This anime is gonna be the fucking end of me, dude. Like, I'm thinking one way and then it shifts off. So he just said it's a mana disaster, yeah. And instantly, what? Kinra Jade, thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, keep chatting. I hope you appreciate it, man. We're doing Mushoku Tensei at the moment. I don't know what else to say. Sorry, you caught me when I was like in deep thought for a second. But no, specifically when it comes to this, I'm not gonna shoot in the dark just yet. I'm thinking something, and I'm thinking something related to like, yeah, best way for me to put it. I'll wait till we get along. Yes, exactly that, Vitosh. More specifically, no, more specifically, this is gonna sound fucking weird, right? When they were talking earlier, he was like, "Hey, you know what? Like, talking about him being reincarnated." And he's like, "I did not bring you here. Like that was not me." Now this just adds more layer to it. If that, I don't know, dude. I'm fucking lost right now. My brain is in fucking shambles at the moment. Because now that we're introducing supernatural deities, my brain is like, what is their length of their power? How much power did they have and why? Communication is important. But no, like that's exactly what I'm wondering. I'm wondering who, what, where, how, and why, right? Why was this a man ancestral? It to be frank, it actually kind of reminds me of like Full Metal Alchemist. You guys know like whenever they're trying to do like a philosopher's stone or some shit, and like no bueno, kind of reminds me of that shit. If that makes sense. They have more power than Jimmy Neutron. No, dude, I wish. But no, like supernatural elements can be cool at times if you can limit them and actually kind of like Put flaws in
分か
them.
ったよ、分かりました。助言でも何でも勝手にすればいいだろ。
Yeah, you sure about
はい
that?
はい。では
I need a confirmation on this. I might have just missed it because my mind was going fucking insane. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So much. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Holy shit. That's a... Yeah. Wait a fucking minute, dude. Hold on. I might get a nosebleed, dude. Holy shit. Hold on. No. Specifically, like, did I just... So they're in a different continent, right? Or in a different world or in a different setting, yeah? Like, they're not in the same place, yeah? Alright, I'm fucking done, dude. No. 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 No, dude. I'm fucking done, dude. Valid laughing. The reason why I'm saying that is because quite literally. So, okay, I'll walk you through. My brain was fucking processing everything, right? Aside from information overload, which is, yes, that is correct. My brain is fucking really heated at the moment. It feels like it's just too much. They're on the other side. I'm assuming it's not just them. And this is why I'm saying no. Because quite literally, anything... Yeah, I'm going through analysis paralysis at the moment. Because I'm assuming that, like, essentially, if it was a wide range attack or whatever, however far, like, the shit reached last episode, it probably grabbed that many individuals and just, like, bloop. You two go over here. You go over here. You lint roller go over here. Y'all know what that does? Do y'all know, like, the implication of that? It's huge. It is absolutely huge. And yes, you're absolutely right. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is completely fucking in shambles at the moment because we're down to the first base level. Exactly. Family dynamics change, relationships shift, expectations get shifted. If, like, for example, yeah, we take humans and push them over there. No, if one day you were to just, like, disappear and, like, appear in another continent or something like that, the expectations that were placed on you today are no longer placed on you. Different expectations come in place. You know, for your family, it might be like, hey, come back home, come back alive, be safe. You know, for yourself, it's probably like survive, find shelter, find food, find so on and so forth, you know? So, yes, that is absolutely fucking huge. And also, the Subpurge reaction. Oh, when Rudy was trying to talk to him. My heart. It just seems as though a lot of people don't try and communicate. Oh, his eyes. Like, why are you talking to me? Oh. Yeah, Rudy woke up and chose friendship. Oh. Rude. Fuck. I'm gonna... Alright, guys. I apologize in advance, but Rujerd... I'm just gonna call him Rui. I apologize in advance, guys. That's gonna be really difficult for me to fucking say. So I'm just gonna call him Rui and Rudy. Yeah. So I hope, yeah. I love you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna call him Rui. Just because it's cute. Also, he's a friend. His name is Rui. Oh, really? Aw. Well, I'm glad. Yeah, it's like, I was like thinking about it. It's like, how can I say this without fucking it up constantly? And it's also just quicker for me to get out instead of Rujardo, you know, Zawardo. Like, yeah. Otherwise, I'm gonna get confused. So Rui it is. And yeah, it is. But also, it's really cute to see their interactions together. Like, I am pleasantly surprised, and what I'm looking forward to, and this might just be me be fucking overshooting, what his narrative is, what his story is in general, what he has to offer.
ここから中央大陸に帰るのにどのくらいかかるのやら。
お前たちはなぜこんなところにいる？
それがどうやら大きな魔力災害に巻き込まれたみたいでして。
Yeah, no, I'm sure of it. This is sort of what I'm understanding, Masters. It's everyone's fucking story so far in Mushoku Tensei has some sort of fucking trauma attached to it, which is fine. Everyone has fucking baggage. Don't get me started, right? But like a lot of these people have fucking baggage. Like they have like oversized cargo on the plane, you know? Like no, you can't. So this is what I'm thinking, right? And this is just me fucking like this black shot shit, you know, like, you know, I'm just throwing it in the dark, random shit, no fucking actual like logical proof behind it. This is me just going off of the principle that whatever, like, you know, whatever comes in one way must go the other, you know? So what I'm getting at is if it separated a bunch of, you know, say that they call it the large mana disaster. Was it a disaster or was it intentional? Now, you guys might be like, Edgar, you're fucking weird. Yeah, I know, dude. But what I'm talking about specifically is like, was that weird looking thing up there specifically gathering just like mana from everyday use? And like, you know how there's like the, like when magnets come together type of thing, there's that reaction where like, you know, one of them's like pushing and the other one's pulling. So, this might sound fucking weird. What if Rudy is like a magnet, and then whatever the other thing is like the other size, right? Given enough force, you know, you can either say more like, yeah, you can either like push out or pull in. So what I'm wondering is this large mana disaster an actual disaster, or was it to, you know, like push everything out, or was it to bring something in? That's my fucking wild shot in the dark, just because of the explosion or implosion, you know? I don't know, guys. That's just me being fucking wild. That's just me literally going off of like that whole theory of like everyone's fucking narrative is always fucking different and the truth is always hidden in between people's lives, you know? Anyway.
安心しろ。必ず故郷まで送り届けてやる。
There are opportunities where anything bad that happens to a large group of people can be masked as a disaster. I.e., sometimes in some proxy wars, not saying which countries, you know, we've masked it as like a global disaster in which we must go in there and, you know, try and, you know, survive this disaster. While at the same time, you know, we're sort of profiting huge off of what like these proxy wars are doing. So was it really a disaster? It was a disaster to those that suffered from it. But to those that like were making backhand deals and doing some random shit like that, Rui's gonna be a better father than Paul. But yeah, it would be absolutely terrifying. I'm not denying that. It's fucking traumatic in its own, as I said. But just like narratively speaking, like if I was in a situation like that, I don't know, dude. I don't know. My mind would be going fucking wild.
ここで放り出したとあっては、スペルドの誇りに傷がつく。
Oh, you guys have a reputation.
もっとも傷だらけの誇りだがな。
Yeah, I'm fucking stupid. Yeah.
エリス、おはようございます。こちらは
Yeah, I'm assuming this must be so fucking terrifying. This is fucked up. This is fucked up. So aside from that being a normal reaction, if you guys were here for the time that we actually took the autistic traits, personalities, and whatnot for individuals like Eris, yeah, we sort of uncovered quite a big thing about Eris and herself. You know, we kind of uncovered that she has some rough social skills. There we go. Um, what are you guys? But anyway, yeah, with social skills specifically, what I mean is like, how are they gonna be able to? You know, first off, Rudy in the first place, and her, how will they make friends or survive or make connections or something? I am confused, guys. My mind is on overload. Fuck it.
だが悪くはない。
Oh, oh, he's already Rui.
おう
Oh,
エリスよろしく頼む。
しょうがないわね。
oh gosh.
というわけで夜の間に2人は仲良くなった。物おじしなくなっていくエリスが失礼なこと言ってもルイジェルドはさらりと受け流している。だよ
Twins.
スペルト族は切れやすいって噂流したやつ。突然の見知らぬ土地、これから長い旅になるのだろうか。
But not just friends, attachment. Oh, guys, this is so sweet.
エリス、ちゃんと送り届けないとな。
But don't make that your only goal. My dude. Okay. That line right there just fucking triggered me. Yes, don't get me wrong. Yes, Eris is important, Rudy. 110%. Don't get me wrong. I know, bro. I know. Redhead women have done it to me in the past, Rudy. I know. Trust me, brother. But don't make that your only fucking goal, man. Like, ensure your safety first. You know, like, you're also important, and also set future goals, man. Like, you know, one of the big things, especially in survival situations, aside from setting like the daily needs that you need or whatever the goal is, you know, get back home, it's also, you know what, when I'm back home, this is what I'm doing. Granted, you can't self-actualize to that point yet, but you should always have an inkling as to what you want to do after. Otherwise, again, this is like the big bad evil guy talk that we were talking about earlier on stream. You leave a hole. And what happens when you leave holes? Something goes in to fill it that shouldn't be in there. That sounds really fucking wrong, but I do not mean it that way. What I mean is, quite literally, you can use, like, it'll create gaps in different holes and areas, such as depression can kick in. You might feel lost. You might start procrastinating. You might have friends that start putting in their narrative and their goals into the random holes or areas that you created, you know? I'm not sure if that makes sense, but yeah, that's essentially it. It's very, very important that you have goals set, realistic goals, smart goals, if anything, and keep pushing ahead. It kind of looks like my home. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Actually, it looks really similar to my house. Yeah, very.
あります。
子供は余計な心配をするな。お前は兄のそばにいて守ってもらえばいい。
誰が兄よ。私の方がお姉さんなんだからね。
Oh.
そうだったか、すまん。
哀れ、ルイジェ
Or
ルド。
Rui, he's even apologizing and shit. Oh, guys, why is Rui like? He seems like he has his own shit. First off, his own fucking problems to deal with. I'm not gonna deny that. First off, yeah, if there's a fucking weird ass narrative about you and your family or your reputation or whatever, yeah, like that's first off. Like, I'm not even gonna touch that with the 6-foot pole right now because there's probably a shit ton of that to dig into. But quite literally, like, if there's something that like is happening, like in the way that he's interacting with these children, is like kind of in a healthier manner than Paul. He's a sweet bun, yeah. That's why I was like, he's kind of a, a healthier role model at this particular point in time than, other people. But actually, yeah, when your reputation is eat children, that's not a hard bar to come from, But also, what I was thinking about, what kind of made me fucking sad is like, I don't remember. I remember like the red flags that was Sylphie and the family together. That was shown last episode, end of episode 8. But I don't remember is if it got to them or how far it got. My mind is drawing a blank there. How far did this shit go, guys? Was this shit just contained or did it go all the way through, dude? That's what my mom, like, literally, I wish you guys could, like, I wish I had, like, a clearer camera. I could, like, zoom in. The sides of my temples are fucking throbbing right now because it's trying to process that information. Like, if it did, let's say it reached all the way out to that fucking, village or some shit like that. If it did, like, this is where my brain is at. If you got transported in relation to your position, you guys know what that means? Quite literally means fucking chaos. Like, Ghislaine was really close to Rudy and Eris, yet she did not appear in relation to them. Right? So, it's a rhetorical question, yes. So if those three were like this in the global scale, and still they got separated off in like random locations, what happens to like other people that weren't? Holy shit, dude. Can you imagine the amount of like missing, dead, whatever? And also that red fucking flag in episode 8, that's exactly why I'm bringing it up, guys. Because if that does, if they, first off, if they got separated in any way, shape, or form, now you have a lot of fucking trauma to come back into. Holy shit, now that I'm thinking about it. Oh man, this is gonna fucking suck. This is gonna fucking suck, isn't it? This is gonna be a rough journey the entire fucking time. My brain is literally processing. For example, if Eris got back home, alright, specifically, and Ghislaine was still missing, and then it turns out your mom and dad are missing or they got transported. Because how do you know if you got transported safely? First off, now that's exactly where my mind went. What if you like ended up underwater and like, just drowned? Or like in a volcano? Or like literally in a fucking dungeon, dude. Like, how would you survive, So like, holy shit, dude. The implications of this are fucking horrible. Anyway. Or in space, yeah, who knows, dude? I'm bleeding.
インルお兄ちゃん。
魔人語を勉強しておいてよかった。
長のロックスです。お？その首飾りどこで手に入れなさった？
人間語わかるんかい？
師匠にもらいました。
おお、師匠。
名前はロキシー。
ロキシー。
スエンゲザに？
ロキシー。ロキシー。イントタクサギレイ。ここ。
Oof. Wait a second. Oof. Oof. I know, like straight up. First off, Rudy's in here wearing his fucking necklace. Wearing her fucking. Is Dad gonna be jealous? Is there gonna be some questioning, some competition happening here? Or are they gonna question, see what happened? Oh, I'm excited. All right, this is a good. All right, I didn't think we'd get something like this revelatory this quickly. Holy shit.
うらちはアリコは
Oh.
インクセンザ
お父さん。
My bro is raising a red fucking flag. My bro is out there shooting his shots. Father-in-law? My dude don't give a shit. my dude just straight up in there like, hey, yo, I'm gonna plant this seed right now, right here. Hey, yo, father-in-law, what can I do you for? What can I do? I know my guy's shooting for the star. Hey, you know what? And I want to put him past him. You know, if Rudy grows up to somehow look close to Paul with like good brains and everything, I think he'll be a Giga Chad. I think he might be able to pull a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He be able to call in. Time to get good with the in-laws, apparently, dude. Fuck. Aw. Bro. Probably not the greatest time. Probably not the greatest time to start showing your tendencies. You know, like you're in front of Roxy's whole fucking tribe. Don't want to fucking laugh like that, bro. You probably don't want to show any fucking like, you know, hey, yo, I'm just taking care of this person here. Hey, you know, you know, the in-laws are watching. Bro, what the fuck are you doing? Damn, dude. Rudy gonna give no fuck. He's just up in there.
ロキシーにも忠告された
It's not impossible. Nothing's impossible. Shoot for the stars. You're shooting for the stars right now while, you know, kind of being creepy with Ares while at the same time trying to impress your in-laws. Shoot for the stars, you know. What I will say is this. It is not impossible to change someone's narrative. Also, I hear you ask. You know, first off, if the narrative is revolving, you know, Rui Quinn over here, so he can't enter cities. Why? What specifically? Trusting the power, aside from trusting the power of friendships. Say that I can't enter because my hair was green and I have a red dot on my forehead, right? Any cities. What the fuck do you do to cover that up? First off, you ask respectfully, hey, we don't gotta kill everyone, but we do gotta be able to travel in between and gather supplies. So what if we dyed your hair? What if we put a wig on you? What if we shaved your head? What if we got some makeup and covered up your thingy here? You know? Yeah, people are probably afraid of him because of the narrative that is instilled. And then here comes my next point. Why was that narrative instilled? Hope that was loud enough. Why was that narrative instilled? And yes, I'm fucking tired because I have work in the morning. I don't give a shit. Why was that narrative instilled? Was the narrative instilled because they instilled it themselves? Like, i.e., they could have done any horrible action, but what caused them to do any horrible action? Still, who caused them to do certain things and why? You know, that's sort of the big thing that I'm hitting. My brain is literally hitting a fucking wall, like repeatedly, just like slamming it over and over and over again. Like, how, what, why, who started narratives on these particular people? Also, even if that were true, even if something really, really bad thing happened, how long ago was that? Have times changed? Have they changed? You know? 1001 thing. Anyway.
そこからルイジェルドが話し始めたのは歴史の裏側の話だった
Oh shit, we don't get to hear it?
ですか。
ああ、戦争中、俺たちは奴から槍
Bro,
を
you
与
got
えられ
fucking
た。
duped.
槍はスペルド族の魂。
Y'all got fucking duped, didn't you?
他の槍を使うことはできないという者もいた。し、異変が起き始めた。
Yeah, that's what I thought, dude. Fuck you guys.
いつからか敵味方関係なく、周囲の者たちを襲い出すようになった。
My dude got debated. Hard. Can you imagine that? You literally get fucking fucked up. Not, no, it sounds horrible, but you literally get like a gift, like it's sort of like in D&D when you get like a sword from like, you know, an otherworldly being or a demon or something like that. It always has fucking consequences, you know. So can you imagine even if it's not like, just having something like that, and all of a sudden just like start attacking your friends, your foes, everyone around you, just like it said it right there. What would that do to you? First off, what stories would come out of that? Second off, what narratives can be shifted? Now that I'm thinking about it, why was you need a common enemy? You need a common horror story to spread fear and have control and qualm over the land. What a greater story than blaming one particular group of people that attack anyone and anything. This might be very well thought out, very manipulative, extremely manipulative from the individual that did this. Now, in terms of like a whole political stance type of thing. Holy shit. Will that be enough though? No. It's like you can always tell that they can do like a big, because there's stages of change, right? And big change always comes from within, and it takes gradual like change. Just doesn't happen overnight. There's some cases where mass adoption can happen of something, but still change doesn't happen. It takes a while. No, dude. I think this might be an uphill battle for everyone involved. Like, damn. But what I'd go ahead and ask is, well, first off, to all of the people that like are still here, hi, I hope you guys are doing well. Also, thanks for your first time chatting. It's Makashi. Yeah, no, this is a projected back wall from the NVIDIA Broadcast Center or whatever. My room's not the cleanest at the moment. It's kind of fucking messy. Even though it's sort of like an office space, the background's always sort of fucking messy for some reason. So I'd rather just go ahead and throw this up and just go from there, Even though I might be glitching in and out from time to time, that's fine. But no, for those of you guys that are still watching, I'm not sure if the others are still in here, like M. Sirad and them. I hope they're not going too hard wherever they are, especially if they're in the Discord. We're almost close to the end. My brain is on fucking overload. I'm heating up a lot. This episode's taking a lot out of me. So once we're done with this episode, not fooling me, your Matrix simulation. I'm still watching just on mobile, or some of the others, Well, Nano Sage, I'm glad you guys are still there. I can't really tell. That's why I was like, trying to make sure you guys are still good. It's the Matrix simulation, man. It's artificial intelligence. What can we say, Anyway. My dude, hey yo, my dude fucking shooting a shot. Hey yo, can I call you father-in-law? No. Oh fuck, dude, that's hilarious. One day maybe, dude. I don't know. Keep your dreams alive. Who knows? Rudy Susan. Hey yo, Master, she can call me a shorty. I don't care, dude. Fuck. She can call me whatever she wants, dude. Fuck that shit. I'm kidding, dude. I'm kidding. All within good limit. Shit. I'm trying to. Oh yeah. Now this seems like a Final Fantasy RPG. Let's go, guys. Just extremely fucking dark. Oh. Oh. Well, I gotta say, that was actually a pretty fucking awesome episode. Holy shit, guys. Like, I don't know what else to say other than, like, I legitimately enjoyed this episode, while at the same time, yeah, I smell a sense of adventure. At the same time, feeling like, I don't know, there's a lot more to come, like, yeah, it just, my brain is literally fucking throbbing, and I'm pretty sure, like, when I go to bed, I'm probably gonna get a little bit of a nosebleed as well, but that's fine, dude. Like, that was a lot of information to unpack almost immediately. I will say we are still one follower away from 400 on Twitch. Whoever wants to go ahead and do that 400, be the perfect 400. It's amazing. But there's a lot to unpack, a lot to take in, a lot to go ahead and stuff. Mukashi. It's Muka. Thank you. Yeah, Mr. 400. There you go. Thank you so much, dude. Holy shit. We did it, boys. We did it. We hit 400. Let's go. Let's go. Damn. But thank you guys so much. Yes, this is a shorter stream, but like definitely my brain feels like it melted in everything all together, considering all the information that happened over and over. Please don't do that. uh no, Puniesh, I melted down in the beginning. Why do you expect me to melt down again at the end? Especially when I have work in 4 hours, 5 hours, roughly. But anyway, with that being said, I will say this. There's a couple of things that I really want to go ahead and do for future episodes specifically, and it's to do with the attachment styles, doing an attachment questionnaire with you guys live here for Rudy and probably Eris. Also going into the stages of change. Actually, I can do that. That doesn't take a lot of time. So a lot of people will probably here we pull this up. No, not right now. We can't do the attachment questionnaire right now. What we can do is we can do this. So a lot of people will probably get annoyed, especially like I know with ReZero, a lot of people got annoyed with Subaru probably because, the whole like changing, kind of changing, relapsing, whatnot. These are called the stages of change. It's a very, very easy model to follow, basically saying that, you go through these stages. You start with pre-contemplation, like no intention of changing your behavior. You're like, this is me, this is who I am. Contemplations, you're aware of an issue that like happened, aware of something that's in your life that you need to go ahead and change. Preparation, you start prepping yourself for it. Action, you take an action for it. Maintenance, notice how it doesn't say resolution, it says maintenance, and we've talked about this in Ayawa recently. Quite literally means that like you're trying to keep that behavior from going back, and your new behavior from going and relapsing, and it starts to cycle again. So I want you guys to actually all right, man. Sorry. Well, I hope I don't scare you too much, But no, specifically with this, like, uh, it's important to look at this because sometimes characters, for example, you might go into the contemplation stage and preparation stage, then relapse and go back into your behavior being nothing until all of a sudden it spirals in again. So relapsing is completely normal in behavioral change. It takes forever to fucking change. So, for example, if people want, for example, Eris to stop being, I don't know, cold or whatever, right? Like if people expect Eris to like all of a sudden just stop being cold, start being warm or whatever, she has to go through a stage of change. Not just that, she has to go through maintenance, and then she probably has to relapse a number of times because it is not ingrained in her. This is a whole new behavior. This is why when it comes to addictions, new behaviors, whatever it may be, like it is perfectly, even in life, even in goals that you may have, shit like that, it is perfectly okay to relapse every once in a while. Like it is normal. Don't think about it like, oh no, I can't do it. I already tried. I failed. Changing to a new diet. Guess what? That is quite literally states of change. And you relapse, because you saw something good or you may have broken your diet for a couple of days. That's fine. What matters is that you're going through the cycle and you got to keep going and go all the way to maintenance and stay as strong in maintenance as you can. I bring this up because some people like to shit on characters and be like they were badly written. They didn't go through like the changes, whatever. People don't go through changes that quick. It takes a while for people to completely change. They have to be made. First off, they have to be made aware of the problem. Then they themselves have to want to make a change, and then after that, they have to take action. Then after that, they have to try and maintain this new behavior, which is fucking difficult, dude. You know how easy it is to relapse into your old behavior? Same, Nickmer. Fucking same. And beer. That's like my go-to. But like, yeah, it is, yeah, it's absolutely factual. And this is why it's important to throw out there. We've done uh, like autistic traits, like, the RADS art test on people. We've done attachments. We've done hypersexuality on like the characters, whether or not they feed on that. We've done 101 things on like power dynamics, self-defense, ecological theories, so on. But I want people to at least take this away. If you're watching this on YouTube later on, like if you ever find yourself questioning a character, remember that it's not that easy. In normal life, even like for example, if you suck at making your bed, and you've tried to change, it's a relapse as well. Think about it like that. Bro, fucking same. I got Coke Zero right here. That's my fucking like. I drink it every once in a while, especially have it down here with my whiskey. But anyway, with that being said, guys, I am fucking exhausted. My brain is melting on the inside at the moment. I really, really appreciate every single one of you guys for being here tonight. Know that it means the world to me. I will try and have a stream on tomorrow. It will probably be like, different type of stream. We'll find out. But I thank you guys so much for helping out Rosie Chan as well. I'll put her stuff in there. She's going to be a lot more involved in the stream as well. Oh, wrong one. Damn, I can't even get her info in here. Oh, well, I'll put it up next time. It'll be on the thing. But yes, I'm going to go to sleep. I appreciate you guys so much. Practice some self-care. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys. Stay safe.